Trojan Sports Now. Trojan Sports Now.
Troy football team has had a week off to rest and prepare for their upcoming conference matches. The Trojans take on New Mexico State for homecoming. Amy Austin gives us a look at the matchup.
After a week off, the Trojans head back into conference play. This week's matchup is a new face to the conference, New Mexico State. And the team is looking to overcome the rough season start and improve in the second half.
Going into this game, one game at a time. We want to make sure we capitalize on all the little things. And, we want to make sure we focus and ready. And, just trying to get better. We want to take full advantage of every opportunity that we get this weekend, whether it be a pick or a forced fumble. So, we want to play complete football in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams, because that's the only way we're going to win.
While the defense had a successful game against ULM, the goal is to continue getting better throughout this week's game.
Well, obviously, we want to play better this week than we did last week, and that's kind of a challenge we set amongst ourselves. I know for the D-line especially, is who's going to be the best player on the defensive line at the end of this game. And we had a really good game defensively last week, and we just want to build off that this week and see where we can go from there.
And with this being the homecoming game, the question may be, will that affect how well the players will play?
This is homecoming, it's a home game, it's a new conference rival. And it's very important to get this win. I don't know if we ever played them before. I've just seen them for the first time yesterday. They're a pretty good team, and we're definitely going to have all hands on board to beat them. So it's very important to win this game.
To me, I really haven't thought about it. The only thing that I've been able to keep my mind on is winning. I haven't been able to think about anything else, anything extra, because all that is just distractions to me. So, when I talk to the team, I try to tell them, we could worry about that after the game.
Amy Austin, Trojan Sports Now.
This will be the first time for the Trojans to take on New Mexico State as a conference foe.
The soccer team is back on a winning streak after defeating both UL Lafayette and ULM 2-0. The Trojans will take on Appalachian State this Friday in Boone, North Carolina at 6 p.m. The Trojans are 1-3 away from home, while the Mountaineers are 2-1 at home. This will be the first meeting between the two teams since Appalachian State is new to the Sun Belt Conference. The team will then travel to San Marcos, Texas to play Texas State on Sunday at 1 p.m. The last time the two teams met, the Trojans fell to the Bobcats in overtime at the Sun Belt Conference Championships 1-2. This season's overall record for Texas State is 8-3-1. The Bobcats are undefeated in conference play, while the Trojans are 4-3-1. Head coach Jason Hamilton is preparing his team for their upcoming components.
New to the conference, but we've got to see a few of their games just on video. So, I think they play a little bit differently than a lot of teams in the conference. So, different style, different formation. So it's just a matter of our team preparing these next couple of days for what to see from them.
Both games over the weekend are conference games for the Trojans.
The volleyball team is on the road again after only a single game at home, and they are looking to improve their road record with this weekend's matchups. The Trojans will take on ULM in their first road game. The Warhawks are currently in last place in the Sun Belt with a conference record of 0-6. Monroe's overall record is 6-13. The last time these two teams met, Troy lost in 5 sets to the Warhawks as they took the victory 2-3 victory. Troy then takes on ULL Raging Cajuns. The ULL is currently 3-4 in conference play, while their overall record is 13-4. The last time Troy faced the Raging Cajuns was on their home turf, where Troy was swept 3-0. Head coach Sonny Kirkpatrick says he knows what his team needs to do to prepare for their Louisiana swing.
Whether we're ready or not, we're going. So, we've got to be better. We've got to do better, and we expect a lot more out of ourselves than what we showed, and we've shown the last couple matches, and we'll get it straightened out. We just have to stay patient, stay positive, and continue to do the things that we've been doing and fix a couple little tiny things.
The volleyball team is looking to improve their conference record as they stand at 1-6.
The men's golf team is coming off a 2-week rest period since the Jack Nicklaus Invitational. The Trojans had a rough start beginning the tournament in the 11th spot, but then finished 3rd out of 12 teams. Now the Trojans will travel to Dulles, Georgia for the Auto Trader Collegiate Classic this coming up Monday. Head coach Matt Terry says even though it's a small course, it has its challenges.
It's going to be a little shorter golf course, probably just as tough in some ways. It's a little quirky course. You got to think, you got to play smart in areas. You make your bogeys and your doubles there by just making kind of risky plays that if you play a little smarter, you can sit there and make birdies and pars all day. And we want to continue to do what we've been doing at these tournaments and making birdies, because we led the field by 10 in birdies in the last event, and we want to continue to do that.
The Auto Trader Collegiate Classic will start next week on Monday.
And the women's golf team is looking ahead into the JU Classic after a week off for preparation and rest. The women just finished the Chris Bannister Golf Classic, where they finished 1st overall, and Fatima Fernandez-Cano finished 1st individually. The team heads to Jacksonville, Florida this weekend for their tournament, and head coach Bart Barnes says his team is still working on their chemistry throughout each weekend.
Our goal in practice and qualifying and different things this week will be just to keep that confidence up. We're still looking for that right mix of players to give us the best 5 each week. So we'll be doing some more experimentation with who's in our starting lineup and who's traveling, who's going to get to play. We're still looking for that chemistry.
Fatima Fernandez-Cano was named the Sun Belt Conference Women's Golfer of the Month. And every week we will be taking a look at our former Trojan football players and how they are doing.
Jackie Harrison gives us a look at this week's Trojan in the Pros.
Thanks, guys. DeMarcus Ware and the Denver Broncos are coming off their bye week, and the rest came into good use, as Ware posted 3 tackles and a sack in the Broncos' 41-20 defeat over the previously undefeated Arizona Cardinals. Ozi Umenyiora and the Atlanta Falcons' defensive struggles continue. Umenyiora did pick up his first sack of the season, however, teammate Jonathan Massaquoi failed to post any stats as the Falcons lost 30-20 to the New York Giants. And Leotis McKelvin's stellar play continues for the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are fielding one of the best defenses of the season so far, and McKelvin's help in the backfield is a big part of that. McKelvin had an impressive 5 tackles as the Bills defeated the Detroit Lions 17-14. And Elbert Mack posted a career-high 3 tackles in the Houston Texans' disappointing 20-17 overtime loss to the Dallas Cowboys. DeJuan Harris did not post any stats for the Green Bay Packers, despite the Packers' easy 42-10 win over the Minnesota Vikings. And Brendan Trawick had 2 tackles for the Baltimore Ravens in their 20-13 loss to the Indianapolis Colts. Mario Addison got back on track for the Carolina Panthers, getting a half sack on Chicago Bears quarterback Jay Cutler. The Panthers would hold on to beat the Bears 31-24. And wrapping things up with Steve McClendon, the Steelers' nose tackle struggled to victory along with the rest of his team. The Steelers squeaked out a 17-9 victory over the winless Jacksonville Jaguars. And that was a look at the Trojans in the pros. Until next time, I'm Jacob Harrison. Thank you for joining me.
That's all the time we have for Troy Trojan Sports Now. Check us out online at trojanvision.troy.edu to catch anything you missed.
For Clay Yeager, I'm Courtney Addison. Thanks for watching, and as always,
go Trojans.
Trojan Sports Now.